any idea where your Klaviyo bill is or PostScript bill is for November?
I don't know top of mind, but I can try to dig it.
my follow-up question to that would be, on Black Friday, how much do you segment emails? Are you sort of like, hey, let me send out an email for joggers to people who've only bought joggers in the past? Or are you also like, are you blasting out emails to sort of the entire list? And
definitely not
I say
the
that
entire
wearing
list.
a pair of True Classic joggers, which I wear every day.
No, we should get you some extra ones.
You cannot get me extra ones. I have 400 pairs.
So many.
I have an entire drawer of True Classic joggers.
I live in our joggers too.
Yeah, amazing.
So what I would say is the idea, we used to be back early in the days in like this spray and pray mode. We got burned in deliverability issues and whatnot, learned our lessons, and ever since became a lot more thoughtful. And so I can't tell you that we are down to the level of like every individual SKU and personalizing the customer journey. We are definitely at the level of like using RFM segments of recency, frequency, and monetary values and trying to create different flows based on where people land within that RFM, and also trying to control so it's MISI, right? Mutually exclusive, collectively exhaustive. So if you're here, you're not getting this. And we're not like creating all this like crazy just amount of messaging coming your way. And then there is certain things that we're trying to just be more thoughtful about. So as an example, if you go on the True Classic website and you clear certain AOV thresholds, you're getting a free gift. If you got that free gift, we would want to follow up with you and try to sell you on that category that you just got a free gift for. So let's just say you got a free pair of underwear, right? It's a perfect opportunity to try to be a little bit more personal of like, hey, Moiz, like, how do you like the underwear? Like, and like, would you want to get a great deal on like a 9-pack now that you tried it out, right? So we'll do those types of things to give your joggers example. But it's still dreamy to me to get to a place where every individual customer journey is taken into account. So every product recommended on any touch point, email, SMS, on the web, etc., is personalized for your individual preferences. And it can be the styles you tried or haven't tried, the colors you're into, and sizes, things like that.
But I guess what I'm saying though is, on Black Friday, is everyone getting the same email or is everyone getting different emails?
Not everybody gets the same email, but for the most part, based on RFMs, they get their bucket. It's not down to like creating hundreds of like, campaigns based on individual characteristics. We're not there yet. But I would like to, if you guys have any recos on like dynamic content engines for stuff like that, we are always into stuff like this.
Yeah. I feel like you guys are the best case for that type of engine to exist, which is, this guy likes to buy joggers in brown, or like only buys brown. Show him only brown photos when you send an email out. Like, there's so many opportunities for a company like yours to really maximize that type of journey. And I was curious to see, like, for native, let me give you an example of what I used to do. I would send the exact same email to every single person, right? Deodorant, buy. No segmentation, segment, exclude people who bought recently, but no other type of segmentation. You have the opportunity to do so much segmentation. So that's what I was trying to understand, is how much segmentation do you guys do? It sounds like a little bit, but not a ton. It's not like you're sending out hundreds of different campaigns.
Yeah.
Ben, during your like 6 a.m., 8 a.m., 10 a.m. check-ins, what were some of the levers that you would pull, if you were falling short on projections? Was email, I mean, you have a huge CRM. Is email one of the levers that you would pull and say, okay, let's find an audience of people who didn't maybe open the email but didn't click, or didn't buy, let's hit them again?
Yeah, I would say that for us, that has been a little bit more premeditated, and is in like, what are the flows? What's the logic? When to follow up? How many sends? So that has been a little bit easier to quote unquote control for. And there wasn't like too much. There's always tweaks, but there wasn't like anything too dramatic to quote unquote change in the strategy. The biggest lever that I think is always the biggest question mark is literally how much to spend and where. And so that's the biggest thing we try to like just monitor and manage at the highest possible level is the media spend, and trying to right size, because no matter what data you have, even if it's last year, how you're trending, what happened so far this month, what happened last Black Friday, what happened in 2021, what happened in 2020, it's still like an unknown, right? And I think that even going into Black Friday, there's the first decision of like how much budget should you load into the platforms to begin with, because that kind of sets the tone. And if you really didn't bring it within the range of reasonable, it might be that you will never be able to catch up, and vice versa. And so that is what I would say the majority of the intraday monitoring and decision making is all about. And then just the ability to really understand the P&L outcomes midday as the hours comes through has been just a complete game changer for us. And I don't know how many brands are kind of running that way, but it's just so critical to have that pulse on profitability and to not operate blind. And so Triple Whale has been great for us in that regard, to just plug in all our assumptions and keep the pulse on contribution profit.